Hi, my name is Rommie. I am a 22-year-old entrepreneur. I established my cosmetic line, Shally Cosmetics, and I am a millennial on the move. Well, Shally Cosmetics was established due to the severity in demand for products that are therapeutic and also kind to the skin. I remember one time when I was in one of my makeup gigs and I was working on a couple of models. So most of them raised concerns due to the products that were being used on their lips, the glosses I was using. And mind you, I was using the best brands in the market. Most of the complaints I was getting was that the glosses are not long lasting, the lips are still chapped, and the quality wasn't just up to par. So I got home, sat down, and having identified the problems, I also had to identify the solutions that I can use to curb the problems rather. So I sat on my laptop, looked for a supplier, and voila, that's when Shally Cosmetics was birthed. So currently I have 8 different shades of glosses right now, and all of them have very enticing names to them. Like one of my favorite is Matata and the other is Popsicle. My glosses are extremely therapeutic to the lips. They have healing agents, and one of the ingredients that are used in the products is vitamin E, and I'll also mention macadamia oil, which is amazing for the healing of all lip wounds and cuts. Honestly, in this day and age, it's very easy to have your priorities scattered in very unnecessary things, for example, social media. So what I try to do is limit my screen time on social media. And the free time that I have, I use to interact with my clients, create more awareness on other social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok. I also use my free time to both package and dispatch my products and maybe try new recipes in the house. What I love most about being an entrepreneur is that every day is a learning process. It's very easy to get discouraged, but you have to pick yourself up and get on your grind. Another thing is that being an entrepreneur really instills self-discipline in you, because you actually don't have an option of quitting. You either go big or go home. I was born in Nairobi, Mater Hospital, and I have always been a go-getter. I was a very persuasive child, and whatever I wanted, I wouldn't have slept without having it, and my parents can testify to that. I went to Makini, and for my primary schooling, I went to Lukenya. And after that, well, all through primary and secondary, that was Lukenya Group of Schools. And for my university, I went to Riara University. I was never a sporty kind of child in school. I was always a bookworm. I remember when people would break to go for PE or lunch, I'd just stay in class to read. I love reading. And I remember when I used to write my compositions in class when I was in primary, they would always be on the whiteboard in the principal's office. So I love reading, I love studying, and it's just something that grew in me. So my high school life was kind of boring. I have always been an introvert, I can say. I wasn't really the social person. So my free time and the time people would use to interact with each other, I would just be in the library reading my books. So, and that is something that I have come to regret as an entrepreneur, because as an entrepreneur, life is all about networking, and I wish I did things differently. So after my secondary school, I went straight to Riara University. But before that, my first passion was aviation. And the only disadvantage with it is that I am scared of heights, so I couldn't do it. Although I really developed a passion for it, even in high school, I only picked the subjects that are related to that career. So my second option was multimedia because I love being on TV, I love the screen, I love being creative, I love photography, so everything is entailed in multimedia. That's why I settled for it. So after university, I interned for a film production industry, and all I had to do was just play around with colors. And since then, I just developed the love and the interest for makeup. I love exercising my creativity. I love putting colors together. And I basically love how makeup makes me feel. It makes me feel confident. It makes me feel fierce. It makes me feel sassy. It makes me feel like I'm the boss. So me and makeup, it's just an unbreakable bond. I am the firstborn of 4, and all of us are entrepreneurs, from my parents to my extended family. And my parents are in ministry, and I can say that I'm the only one who is pursuing makeup at the moment. Though my sister is taking a liking to it, and I feel like she'll follow suit. Well, I can vividly remember that one day I was from a makeup gig, and I had around 10 models. I did my makeup, did my thing on them, but most of them were complaining that their lips would be extremely chapped, and after every shoot, the glosses were not long lasting, they were sticky. Basically, the quality was just poor. And mind you, I was using the best products. So I got home feeling discouraged and wondering, what can I do to just solve this problem? So I got on my laptop, started researching, looking for suppliers, and I was like, you know what? I can introduce my own line in the business. I know what the problem is, and I have the solutions. So that's when Shally Cosmetics was birthed in the year 2020, on the 1st of September. Well, once I identified my supplier, I did not want to compromise on the quality of my product. So what I did was I first imported some testers. I tried them on myself and my relatives, and once I discovered that they're just the perfect combination of the most amazing ingredients, I spoke to my parents, told them that I have this business idea and I needed capital, because at that time it was during the pandemic and the economy wasn't all that good. So I thank God, because my parents have always been supportive, and my dad was with me throughout the whole way, every single step of the way. And when I'm discouraged, when business isn't doing well, he gives me motivation to test the theory that my products were actually the best. I contacted a friend of mine who I know hated makeup completely, and the only product they'd use on their lips was Vaseline. So I knew if I get a tick from her, then I'm good to go. So I contacted her. She was a bit skeptical about it, but once she used my products, oh my God, she couldn't have enough of it. She's still my client up to date. And funny thing is, she tells me that before bed, she also applies it, and in the morning when she wakes up, her lips are as smooth as glass. And I'm really grateful for that. My greatest achievement, I can say, as an entrepreneur is being able to penetrate in the market with all this crazy competition that is out there, being my own marketer, model, photographer, doing it all by myself. But you know what? I will tell you more about my journey, so stay tuned after this short commercial break. Welcome back on to my achievements as an entrepreneur. The first achievement I can say is expanding my client base. It has not been easy. My second achievement is being able to come up with different strategies that actually work. And my third achievement I can say is being able to do various things. You know, as an entrepreneur, you cannot be limited to just one thing. You need to spread your wings and discover your potential. You need to know what your potential is. That's why I am a jack of all trades. It's very important to do that, because if one fails, you have something to lean back on. And my products are very dear to me. I will talk about the shade that I love the most, called Waridi, and that's the shade that I have on right now. It's a very beautifully pigmented shade of red and some gold in it. You know, for my glosses, it's all about the feel. How does it make you feel when you apply it? Like when I apply Waridi, I feel confident, I feel amazing, I feel like I can achieve anything I set my mind to. The next one is Popsicle. Popsicle is the colorless shade, and it's one that, it's an everyday shade, and most of my clients actually apply it before they sleep, and when you wake up, it's just beautifully intact on your lips. And the third shade is Matata. Matata is a very beautiful, vibrant brown shade, and it's all about boss vibes. I will mention some personalities that I have worked with, and that is Miss Masikialo and Miss Pendo from Nairobi Diaries. Other than that, I have also covered events such as weddings, birthday parties, bridal showers, and it's just been a journey and a half that I really enjoy. I can honestly say that the biggest challenge I have faced as an entrepreneur is mixing emotions with business. In the sense that, you know, sometimes when you have a business, you think that your friends are your biggest supporters, but they end up being your biggest haters. And you only have strangers to support you. I don't know if you can relate, but that's just what had happened to me. And another thing is being discouraged. As an entrepreneur, it's really easy to be discouraged, because sometimes you have orders in bulk, other times you don't even have a single order, but you just need to be strong and you need to be persistent and, I mean, make the dream work. That's all. Basically, my mantra is that the proof is in the pudding. And what I mean by that is the worth of something, the success and the effectiveness of something is determined after you put it to the test. I mean, appearances and promises can deceive you. So that is what I always go by. To remain a seasoned entrepreneur is a lot of research. You can never stop learning. I learn new trends on social media, how to push my product, new strategies. I keep a keen eye on my competition, see what they're doing, learn from that. Make sure you network. Networking is important, and that is what I do, that is what I've learned. And basically that's what I do to stay afloat as an entrepreneur. So my dream is to have an array of cosmetic products, stocking my products everywhere, being a household name, having a plethora of businesses all over, and just doing the most, pushing myself to the limit and seeing where my potential will take me. Where we go wrong as millennials is giving up too easily at the slightest phase of discouragement. Another thing is comparing ourselves to our peers. We see our friends posting on social media, having fun, and you're busy here trying to save up so that you start a new business. And what I can say is, don't be discouraged, follow your dreams. It's never too late, and just start on it and you'll reap the fruits of your labor. So as I mentioned earlier, as an entrepreneur, every day is a learning process, and you will incur losses, trust you me, you will. But how I deal with losses is I try to learn from my mistakes. I see where I went wrong, I try to rectify, and I change the bad for good. And that's how I progress in my business. My favorite platform is Instagram. Well, currently we are an online-based business for now. And I push my products and I spread awareness through ads, paid ads, influencer marketing, and just interacting with my clients on a daily basis. That's what has kept me afloat. Most of my time is just spread through, is it photography gigs, makeup gigs, or dispatching my products. But when I have my little free time, I love cooking, starting new series, and spending time with my family. For me, my mental health is a priority, and how I keep myself sane is from time to time I take a break from social media just to detoxify, because everything on social media may look perfect, but that's not the case. I mean, people can easily fall into depression because of the pressure social media gives you. And aside from that, I also turn to God, because there's a lot of peace when you run to God and reading the Bible. There's a sudden peace you feel. Unfortunately, recently my cosmetic page on Instagram was hacked under the name Shally Cosmetics. So I sell my products through my personal page, Shally_Rommie. And you can place your orders through the DM, or you can call me through 0798 609828, and you'll have your delivery at your doorstep. Also, for any makeup gig you might want to call me for, be it a wedding, bridal shower, birthday party, you can reach me through the same account and the same number. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to my journey as an entrepreneur. Well, I want to thank all my clients and all my potential clients for the immense support that you have showed me from day one. You keep me motivated, and I cannot do it without you, honestly. And remember, Shally Cosmetics is for the kind and sophisticated woman.